morning to one and all present here, and a very, very warm welcome to the entire DPS fraternity, the students, the parents, and the teachers who have joined us right now in this live streaming session. Dear all, the past 20 days, to be precise, have been almost like an election festival at Delhi Public School, Greater Faridabad. The process of formation of our Student Council 2020-21 kick-started with the release of the circular on 20th July. And ever since that day, we've been having a host of activities. We've been really busy. And all of you have been a part of that flurry of activities. After the release of the circular, we saw our candidates actively filing the nomination papers. This was followed by the group discussion rounds. Then on 5th, 6th, and 7th of August, we had the virtual election campaigning, wherein a whopping large number of more than 2,500 DIP sites connected with us. Yesterday, indeed, was a very special day, because yesterday was when every DIP site exercised his or her right to vote. And today is the D-Day. Today, we have the result declaration. So without taking any more of your time, I request our respected principal ma'am, Mrs. Surjit Khanna ma'am, to please do the honors. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Neha, and a very, very happy good morning to the entire DPS GF family. Today is a memorable day, and salutations are due to each one of us for the wonderful milestone that we have been able to arrive at today through the online Students' Council election process. For a school which has tried to derive the maximum positivity it can for the development of its students during COVID times, this moment is special because it has brought the entire school together to participate and to celebrate. And we know very well that every positive participation is a positive dot which adds up to a positive line in the life and career of every student. The online Students' Council elections were also important because student leadership is important. And it is the school times, the school years are the best years to learn to think, understand, and act with all the integrity at one's disposal. And the best thing is that in all these areas of character formation, integrity, action, understanding, thinking, every school experience plays such a beautiful and important role. Today, as we are talking of the online elections, I see it as a series of the online initiatives taken by the school, but actualized by the students and teachers in partnership. This is perhaps one of the most beautiful relationships ever made on God's earth, where teachers and students, with their commitment to each other, with their partnership with each other, travel far and achieve so much. So we've gone beyond the classes. We've learned the technology to a great measure and are now innovating. We've had a whole plethora of online activities, which teachers may have conceptualized, but students have made a success of. And we now have our online library, we have our newsletter, and a copy of Invictus. Our result magazine has been sent online to you all yesterday. That is another evidence of teacher-student collaboration, achieving dreams through sheer hard work and grit. I hope that every student and every parent of our school, every teacher of our school will study Invictus at length and see themselves in the pages and see their own aspirations writ large in the achievements posted by students of class 12 and class 10. So it's a very, very euphoric principle who is visible to you online. And this euphoria is part of how we are at DPSGF. And today being so very special, how can this happiness not be very extraordinary too? Now, before I go on to the result, there are a few things which are important to me, which I would like to share with you because they lend meaning and status to the result that we will have today. And they will add to a positive reminiscence of this day as we go forward. At every Google Meet, like Neha Pandey ma'am said, we had around 2,500 or more students log in to hear the nominees. There were 3 live interactions, and we witnessed the growth of the nominees themselves, their articulation, their ideation, their body language. I mean, in just a matter of 3 interactions, we could see a visible change. And we knew that a lot of time is being spent at home to go over the language, the thoughts, and how they are to be presented. So when you work hard at something, nothing can stop you from growing. This is a very simple rule of life. And my dear Dipsites, your parents and your grandparents will vouch for it because they are where they are because of the hard work they have done. And hard work is at the core of everything that happens well in this world today, yesterday, and in days to come. I also want to talk to you about the voting process. Okay, we had Google Forms made. The e-ballot paper was based on the Google Forms, and then an Excel sheet was made of the votes cast, and from it the result was derived. All right, 1,846 Dipsites voted. And this is amazing when we look at the fact that this is class 4 onwards. Many students of our school who are currently abroad, all right, some of them could vote, some of them perhaps had a problem, okay? So, but even having said that, a few may not have voted, still I think a very large number of Dipsites voted. And that vote would not have happened if the children had not got involved in the entire 20-day process that Neha ma'am talked about. So this event has touched the chord in everyone's heart. And I see it as a sign of good things for our school. I see the prospects of more determined and maybe a bigger platform of contest and lobbying and evolving oneself that will happen in the years to come. We are still a very young school, we've taken 5 years to arrive at class 12, and we've just posted our second academic result of class 2. So therefore, as a fully functional senior secondary school, we are just a baby, 2 years old. But wow, what an amazing young school we are. Already, shoulder to shoulder with schools which have been here for decades and very determined. Not because we want to make a mark vis-a-vis other schools. We would like every school to do well. We just know that we want to do well. And we want to be inspired by other schools and use that to our advantage. But at the core, there is no competition with outside. There is competition with our own selves and what we can be with each passing day and each passing year. And on that account, the resolution is very, very strong. This is what I often talk to my dipsites at assemblies, that your competition is not with your classmates, it is with you, because it is you who will stand tall in the bigger world outside and hold your ground on account of the substance within you. And that will be important, and not whether other people around you, whether they are weak or strong. You be strong, and that's a process. You arrive at it by participation, and DPSGF will ensure that every dip site participates in a variety of ways and grows. So this IT generated final result is available for any verification and any revisiting that we might want to do at any point. All right, infallible, very correctly done, and counter checked over and over again, which is where the IT acumen of my school teachers continues to amaze me. I mean, from online lessons to introducing a whole lot of new devices and new platforms and IT and PTM and assemblies and newsletters and online libraries. I mean, it's been an amazing, amazing journey so far. And everybody has grown. Anyone who shed their fears and said, all right, I'm here to learn, has grown. And that's just wonderful. All right. So we are, yes, I'm very, very excited about few photographs I managed to see yesterday of children holding their finger, the index finger. Mine doesn't carry the mark because I am denied the right to vote. All right. So this one time in my school, I accepted, though as a citizen of India, I love to vote. Right. So I love those photographs. And the first one that reached me was of a student named Diva, and sent by parent, and that she's extremely excited and she is very clear about whom she wants to vote for. I did not know what class that child Diva is from, but looking at the photograph, I assume that she would be in class 4 or maximum 5, more likely to be 4. Okay, so I'm sure there is a similar story in every home, and this story has been possible with the entire family joining in and making the story complete. All right, before I go on to announce the results, which is the core business of today, I have to talk of another core, which for me is very, very important. All right, and there are two points. And I will like to request your indulgence and your patience as I go over these two important points, because, it's important as a family to know what the important issues for our school family are. Now, first thing I want to convey is thanks and appreciation. Because every time we express our gratitude, we say thanks, we are acknowledging that something beautiful, meaningful, of enduring value has happened. And who doesn't need that? We need that all our life long. So today, I am very, very proudly going to commend the team, which has unhesitatingly, boldly, and with fullest involvement taken the Online Students' Council election, the first of its kind for us, into actual action and successful resolution today. All right. The strongest shoulders, many, many of them. So as I speak the names, the order is random because you have to begin with one name, right? All right. So as I speak the names of these select teachers who were involved in this process, all right, I would like them to just for a moment put their video on so that everybody can just see them and see the smile of happiness on the faces. You know, dear parents, my dear students, if I had my will, I would have every teacher of my school put the video on, because each one is achieving so much at her own class and group level. I mean, it's phenomenal effort considering that they all have homes, they all have children, and they have young children, because I'm the oldest person in the education fraternity at school, right? So I know that many of them have very young children. They have aged parents in the home. They have other responsibilities. And in the midst of all that, right, the classes continue with passion. More things are added with passion. There is a background preparation which only those who are involved in conducting Zoom sessions professionally will know, that for every session you prepared many hours to make it possible within the stipulated time. So salutations to all my teachers, salutations to their dipsides who are their inspiration, because everything flows when you look at your children and you say, my children have to grow, right? So coming back to the election, Neha Pandey and Vibha Singh, all right, who have been the members of the election. That's Neha for you. I can't see Vibha, but I suppose I cannot see all the images. I hope, Vibha, you are visible, right?
Thank you, ma'am, for your kind words.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you. And Mrs. Mamta Gupta, our academic coordinator at the senior school, who has been part of the entire tiny bit journey forward with Neha and Vibha. All right, lending strength, lending her mature experience. Mamta Gupta, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for your kind words. And this is possible only because of the strength which we receive from your end. Thank you, ma'am, for supporting us.
Always, I am my school's wall, Great Wall of China, except China. I am DPS Great Wall, all right?
Thank you.
Stronger
Thank you.
China, right? Okay. All right. Thank you, Mamtaji. Thank you, Neha. And thank you, Vibha. And of course, when you have an online election, well, you certainly can't depend on the IT acumen of somebody like Sujit Khanna, who knows the bare essentials and has learned a lot, but still has a long way to go. Fortunately, we have an amazing IT team of teachers at school. I mean, they're outstanding. And in this case too, we had Neetu Gupta and Preeti Chugh, who managed the entire background technology for this school. So that's Neetu and Preeti. Would you say a hi to everyone? Yeah, that's Preeti and Neetu. Are you there? Yeah?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Oh, awesome, awesome, awesome. You've done a great job. It's been, no art limit.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Yeah.
Thank you for your kind words, ma'am.
So much of retesting, so much of checking out every email ID, every process. Amazing. All right. And at each of the wings, we've had the headmistresses right at the fore, looking at every class group, being actively in touch with all the class teachers, all right, and being so beautifully involved and encouraging. So Mrs. Ritu Jain, ma'am, and Mrs. Sanjana Mahajan, ma'am.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
And three cheers for DPS Greater Faridabad as always, and for a very, very strong team. And
Thank
salute to you,
you so
ma'am,
much.
for
Thank
always being an
you.
inspiration. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Sanjana.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Yeah. Thank you, Ritu. If it was at school, we would have had these three cheers, you know. We do
Yes,
that
ma'am.
right next to the mic and everybody shouting at the sky. So
Absolutely,
Really
ma'am.
missed that.
yeah, I know. It'll come back. Don't worry.
We'll meet soon, ma'am. We'll have good time soon.
Yes, I'm sure. I'm so sure. And all the teachers, class teachers, my goodness, you had a crazy day yesterday. I know, I heard about it. And I was wondering, did you manage to have your breakfast or did you manage to cook any lunch for your family? All right, or maybe somebody in the family stepped in and you could do that, you could manage the affairs of the day. But thank you for stretching yourselves out. I'm sure, and I've heard that your phones didn't stop ringing and you were troubleshooting. And oh my goodness, that's so awesome of you. All class teachers of class 4 to 12, thank you, my dears. And the panelists who came before that, my goodness, you played your role so well and you selected the nominees with so much of fairness and justice. Thank you for doing that alongside your classes. And for support team from my office and Ritu Chopra, and of course Vandana Sharma, who made all the videos and was constantly at it. This color, this background, this size, this are the words visible, and so on and so forth, and lamenting over a photograph that was not so clear, right? And then Praveen at the Facebook side, and Ranjan somewhere in the background, you know, adding his touch, though Invictus has been largely Vandana and Ranjan, and I think Ranjan has spent so many hours on Invictus. So I'm diverting. I tend to do that, right? So it's been like what I'm trying to say is it's an amazing team. And then, of course, there's the timetable department, right? So the timetable department, there's Bhavna, there's Ramakan, there's Hina, and there is one name more. Ritu, please tell me, am I missing out a name?
Ma'am, Neetu.
Neetu.
Ma'am, Neetu Gupta.
I knew one name,
Neetu, ma'am.
right? So this team has been juggling timetables, arranging for classes, and you know things like that, and that has gone on right from the very beginning. So good job done there, good support given, and that brings me to our parents and our grandparents, their role at home, everyday encouragement paths, putting the priorities of the students before their own, adjusting their routines so that the students can have a routine, sharing or maybe even sacrificing devices so that students can learn and participate in this event. Thank you so much. Actually, you all are the heroes, right? We don't see you every day, but we know you are there in the home. We know that you are strong for the school. Thank you for doing that. And I must tell you one more thing, one more person who's extremely excited. And now I'm moving to the senior members of our school management. Our Pro VC sir, Mr. Rohit Janendra Jain, he was the first one to mention, ma'am, we must have online student elections. And I said, yes, that sounds like a good idea, Mr. Jain. Oh, he said, oh, it'll be a different kind of growing for the children. It'll be a different kind of participation. So I said, yes, we'll go ahead right away and we will start planning. And that is what we did during the time when we had that tiny little summer break. Our teachers sat down and worked things out in detail, all right? And Mr. Jain has been following up on the progress and feeling most excited. And I love the way his face breaks up into a smile. He almost looks like a schoolboy at that time. And was talking of Mathura Road, his days at the DPS there, and participation in elections at that time. So thank you, Mr. Jain, for your support, for your encouragement. And I'm going to be talking today to Dr. Usha Luthra, the chairperson of our school. She was the founder chairperson in 2013. And then Mr. Narendra Kumar, the chairman at that time of DPS Society, took over. And from Mr. Narendra Kumar, Mr. V.K. Shunglu, who became the next chairman, took over our school. Now we have Mr. V.K. Shunglu as the vice chairman of our school, and Dr. Usha Luthra is the chairperson. So there is a great sense of joy for her in watching this school grow, because she relates to the first few steps that we took. And Mr. V.K. Shunglu, because he's been so closely involved for so many years, I know his delight is going to be immense too. So I will be sharing the outcome of this experience with them, and I bring their best wishes to each one of my DIPSite and all my teachers and the school family at large. I hope you have read their message in Invictus. It's a great joy to feature that message in Invictus from them. Now, having said that, now let's come to the second call. All right, let's talk of winning and losing. Winning and losing, which are two sides of the same coin. You can't have a coin without winning, without losing. Somebody will win, somebody will lose. But does the coin become more valuable when it is turned one way and less valuable when it is turned the other way? Certainly not. It retains its value, because no one who has participated in this process is a loser. Each one of the nominees and those who gave their names earlier and were part of the selection process, each one of you, my dears, had your moment of exhilaration. You had your moment of hope, fulfillment, compliments from others, a sense of self-confidence and gratification. Congratulations to your own self for following up on your dream. You worked hard, participated well and ethically. Not one single instance of unethical lobbying has come to our knowledge, and that makes us so proud. Nobody tried to crash the process. There was nobody who was unethically trying to vote. Nothing of that sort happened. Nobody tried to use the vote of a sibling who is in classes nursery to 3 to cast a vote. Nothing of that sort. I mean, the integrity has been so good, right? Now, I would like that all those who today are declared as winners to remember that they have a responsibility towards every student, including their co-contestant. All right? Betus, when I was growing up, I loved history. I loved reading history. And I remember the story of Alexander and Porus. I do not know whether it is there in your syllabus now or is told to you, because it's part of basically the Indian history where you talk of the Kushans and the Guptas and, you know, that period, right? So that's where Alexander the Great comes. 327 BC, he came to India. And, you know, he was a great conqueror and invader. And when he came to the area between Jhelum and Chenab rivers, the area which is now in Pakistan, right? He came to know that the ruler of this place is Porus. Porus is the Greek name for the ruler, right? And Porus is a great leader and a very, very strong soldier. Alexander wanted to conquer that area, and there was a battle eventually, but that battle was set up on very crafty lines, right? Taking advantage and, you know, somehow crossing the river under subterfuge. There was a battle and Porus was defeated. It had rained, the elephants ran amok and the chariots got stuck. And a lot of things happened. You must read the account of the battle. But when Porus was brought before Alexander, Alexander very imperiously said, "How should I treat you?" Right? And Porus replied, "The way one king should treat another." These words are historic. They are never going to be forgotten, and they are going to be read and quoted by generation after generation, because there is so much of learning in it, that there may be a defeat, but it does not mean lack of respect for the one who fought valiantly and fought right. So I look forward to the Students' Council winners extending absolutely and extra respect to all those who did not make it to the final list. And the ones who did not, please make sure that there are no regrets in your heart, and nothing holds you back for giving your best cooperation and best involvement to every task of the Students' Council, and in areas where your own leadership is decisive and valuable. At DPSGF, we are looking for every DIP site to be a leader. And I would like to urge all parents that please give opportunities for leadership at home to your ward. Give him and her or her the power of taking certain decisions for the family and planning for the family and executing for the family. Please find small things to commend, because small things, every drop makes the ocean. So small actions, small appreciations, they add up to build a personality. And we all know that alongside a good school, a great home is required. The home is greater and nobler and more powerful. And I hope the home of each of my DIP sites will be strong for my DIP site and will encourage him and her to take the best from home, from school, and from life. Now it is time for me to move on to the list. So I am now opening my cell phone and I am going to be going to that list. All right. And that list, if we were in school and in the assembly hall, I would have asked you, which post shall I read out first? Okay. And you would have all lobbied and shouted out your answers, but I'm just trying to imagine that scene from the past few years and keeping that excitement very much within me and alive. I am now going to read out from Housewives. Okay, Housewives. All right. So it is Housewives, and in no random order of the houses, I am going to begin, though I find that the list is alphabetically arranged. So I am going to begin with the name of the river I mentioned, right? When I was talking of Porus and Alexander, okay, Jhelum and Chenab I talked of. So I'm going to begin with Chenab now. All right. So attention. Now, as I call out the name of the winner, all right, I request the student to please open the video so that your face, your smile, and your eyes and all that excitement can be seen. All right. And remember, even as names are read out, there is deep respect for both the contestants. I want to reinforce that. I want to reiterate that. Okay. Nobody is a loser. All right. You know, children, how many people, very important leaders of the world, have lost elections before? 1941, Lyndon Johnson. 1960, Richard Nixon. 1966, Jimmy Carter. 1976, Ronald Reagan. 1980, Bill Clinton. 1978, George Bush. 2000, Barack Obama. And even Mr. Atal Bihari Vajpayee, our outstanding prime minister, lost an election, and so did Indira Gandhi, our historic prime minister, right? So losing an election is all part of the game. And there is a gentleman by the name of Vijay Lakshmi Dondekar in Pune who has fought 24 elections and lost all of them and continues to aspire to win one. That's the spirit, right? You stand for values, you fight for them, and you accept the outcome very, very positively, and you move on in life because all the learning of preparing for the election is yours forever. It's embedded here, and you can retrieve it anytime you want. So let's come back because I always want to tell you all so much and I digress. Come back to Chenab House Vice Captain. All right, Chenab Vice House Captain, that's the correct designation. And the winner is Pavika Pandey. Okay.
Good morning, ma'am.
Yeah, good morning, Pavika. Congratulations, bache.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I promise that I'll be a great leader and I'll be loyal to my house. I promise.
And your school. Okay, awesome, awesome.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. And the Chenab House Captain is Ananya Yadav.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am, for this opportunity. I'll work hard to meet up all your expectation and everyone's expectation who elected me for this. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Ananya. Good. We move on to Ganges. All right, Ganges Vice House Captain, Kanal Channa.
Thank you, ma'am, for giving me the opportunity, and thanks to all the teachers and all the friends. And I would like to give my best back to each and every dip site and the teacher as per the expectations.
Wow, wow. Great. Congratulations.
Thank you, ma'am.
Ganges House Captain, Kritika Gupta. Kritika Gupta.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. This means a lot, and I'll definitely work hard every day, every night to meet up everybody's expectation and bring our school, our house to the first position.
Wow, wow. All right. Great, Kritika. Great. We now move on to Jhelum Vice House Captain, and the winner is Srishti Joshi.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I am honored to be a part, and I would definitely work hard for it, for my position, in my position.
Wow. Good, good. All right. Jhelum House Captain is Harsh Binani.
Good morning, ma'am.
Yeah,
Good
morning.
afternoon. Good afternoon. Thank you so much, ma'am. I will really work hard to meet up everyone's expectations. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you. We move on to Ravi Vice House Captain, Vaidehi Daima. Vaidehi Daima. Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Wow.
Ma'am, I would like to thank everybody who supported me, and I would really work hard to meet everybody's expectations. Thank you, ma'am.
Wow. Wow. That sounds so good. We move on to the Ravi House Captain, Sanjana Jashnani.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I would like to thank all the teachers, students, and to all my DPS family for choosing me and giving me the opportunity to serve you all. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Wow, wow, that's great. We move on to Satluj Vice House Captain, Shaurya Sisodia.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
I would like to thank all the Satluj House members for choosing me, and I will do all my responsibilities with full focus and dedication. And I would also like to thank the school authorities who made this possible. Thank you, ma'am.
Great. We have the Satluj House captain, Rishita Adhana.
Thank you so much, ma'am, and thank you to the whole DPS Greater Faridabad family. I'll always make my school proud. Thank you so much.
Wow. Yamuna Vice House captain, we have Yajat Kapoor.
Thank you, ma'am. I would like to thank the school faculty for providing such an opportunity in these hard times, ma'am. Furthermore, I would like to thank all my dear websites for finding me worthy of this post, and I will promise to live up to your expectations. Thank you, everyone.
Wow, that's great. So, Yamuna House captain, we have Rupanjana Mukherjee.
Thank you so much, ma'am. It would be an honor to serve my house. I will make most of this opportunity. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Well said. And we move on to the IT Vice Head, Kriti Banka.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. I will do my best. And I just want to say that 1 and 1 is not always 2, it's sometimes 11. So I'll prove it.
That's
Thanks a
awesome.
lot.
Wonderful, Kriti. Beautifully said. The IT Head, Harsheen Singh Sagu.
Thank you so much, ma'am. And I would like to thank all the teachers and all the students who voted for me. And I will work hard and reach up to your expectations. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. And the Intra Club Vice President is Lavanya Jain.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I am really grateful for this opportunity, and I'm really thankful to all the DIPSites and teachers who have voted for me. And I really look forward to the great year ahead. And I just hope that I'm able to just stand up to all the expectations and make the most of this year.
Thank you. I'm sure you and others too, all of you will. And Intra Club President, Akshat Juyal.
Thank you, ma'am, and thank you so much, everyone. And I hope that I will be able to fulfill my duties and do what is expected of me. Thank you so much.
Okay, yeah. Akshat messaged some time ago that he's traveling and the internet connection is weak. Therefore, he will just speak and not put on his video. All right? Okay. So, at that time, we didn't know really whether he was there on the list or not. This was among the many messages that were received by children on different issues. Okay, I just remember here.
And apologies, ma'am, I couldn't turn on my videos.
That's okay. That's all right. I'm sure the school will see plenty of you. Let's see. We now move on to the Vice Sports Captain, Chalak Wadhwa. Like you all children, I'm also very curious to see the faces, right? And it's wonderful. I want to correlate faces and names, and I think with Jhalak we will have to wait, it seems. All right.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Oh,
I'm really honored to be here.
Okay, good, good.
I would like to thank everybody who voted for me, and I'll try my best to stand up to their expectations.
I'm sure you will. I'm sure you will. All right, good, good. We now move on to the sports captain, Priyanshu Mahapatra.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, all the respected teachers and my dear DIPSites, to show your faith and trust towards me. I will surely perform my role with full dedication and be remembered as one of your best senior. Thank you.
Wow. All right. So that's a good promise for everybody. And we now move on to the Vice Head Boy. And the winner is Yuvraj Dhingra.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good
So, firstly, thank you, dear Dipsites, and the wonderful teachers of this mighty yet wonderful institution, which we call the DPS. Dear Dipsites, I'm happy to say that it's not my victory, it's our victory, the victory of DPS. Congratulations to everyone. We surely have begun the race to become a true Dipsite. Once again, a heartfelt gratitude to all the DPS faculty. Thank you and have a nice day.
Wow. Thank you. Well said. And we now go on to the wise head girl, Navya Dang.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Thank you so much for always inspiring me. Thank you to all the teachers and headmistress ma'am for always being my guide. And thank you to all the dipsites for showing so much confidence in me and voting for me. I will never let you all down. Thank you.
Wow. Wow. Okay. So we now can move on to the head boy. And the winner is Akshit Tomar.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, worthy teachers, my dear friends. It's just like a dream come true, a long awaited dream, I would say. I don't have words. So, again, thank each one of you. I would like thank each one of you.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Gratitude is a good thing. Appreciation is a good thing. And we now move on to our head girl. All right. And the head girl is Tuela Upadhyay.
Good afternoon, ma'am. I want to say a big thank you to everyone who has supported me, who voted for me, who believed in me. Thank you so much. And I promise to give my best.
Okay, that's good. It's a good promise. So that's where we stand, dear DPSGF family. All right. So well done, all of us together. Together we are invictus, unconquerable, invincible, strong, and happy. You know, there is a lot of strength in togetherness, and we must make sure that this strength, togetherness just grows as we attempt more and as we learn together and grow as the school family. Please be assured, my dear Dipsites, that your school is strong for you, will always be strong for you. That is why it is called greater, all right? It is for the greater Dipsites and the greater teachers. So God bless you, my dear students. Thank you, dear teachers, all of you. Without exception, hats off to you. Thank you. You make so much of a difference. And dear parents, I think today we also have parents from class nursery 1 to nursery prep 1 to 3 logged in because we wanted the students council, which belongs to the entire school family, to be heard, announced, and met online by all dipsites right from nursery onwards. So thank you all very much. Please remember that every day must count in terms of the effort made and the learning achieved. And without an effort, nothing ever good was ever achieved by anybody. So all the best to my dearest school family. I, on behalf of Mr. Rohit Jainendra Jain, our Pro VC sir, congratulations to all the Students' Council members and congratulations to the entire school family for coming together in such a cohesive and meaningful manner to give this day meaning. Thank you so much. There's immense love and gratitude for each one of you. Thank you so much. Neha, over to you.
Thank you, ma'am. And with this, ma'am, I seek your permission to end the live streaming session.
Neha, can we make a request to all our parents and our students that they are most welcome to write to us about their feelings, about their experience, about positive things that they have gained from this entire experience of the online Students' Council elections. We would love to hear the views of everyone. And that's something we really look for. And it will be wonderful if that can come. Please do post your views on the Facebook page of our school. All right. And do share with your family so that they know the culture and ethos of our school better and can appreciate the achievements of your ward and every student of our school, every teacher of our school. Thank you. Yes, Neha, the closing words, yours.
Thank you, ma'am. And with this, the Student Council team would also like to take the opportunity to thank our Pro VC sir, Rohit Janendra Jain sir, for providing us this platform where we can experiment and excel. Our heartfelt gratitude to you, ma'am, our principal, Mrs. Surjit Khanna, ma'am, for motivating us to dream the craziest of dreams and helping them come true. A huge thanks to our forever pillars of support, Headmistress, Primary Wing, Ms. Ritu Jain, ma'am, Senior Academic Coordinator, Ms. Mamta Gupta, ma'am, and Headmistress, Middle Wing, Ms. Sanjana Mahajan, ma'am. And the most special thanks is reserved for the awesome DPS fraternity with wonderful students, parents, and teachers who became one with us in this huge project of ours. Thank you once again. And as ma'am said, dear parents, dear teachers, and dear students, the social media updates on our YouTube channel, on our Facebook page of this live stream recording, as well as the final student council list would be available. So we are really looking forward to your likes, to your comments, to your feedbacks. So please post very generously. And thank you once again. With this, ma'am, I seek your permission to please end the live streaming.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.